to a Doge's Breakfast, Seattle edition. I'm your host, Big Deno, and today I am heading off to Good Games Brisbane for some more War Machine games. You may know Good Games, they're one of our magnificent sponsors. There's a Good Games in pretty much every major capital city in the country. Today I am lining up a few games tonight, probably against the one and only Simon Hall, who was on the last episode that I was involved in. He's always available for a game, Simon, which is useful. And he is playing two factions for me at the moment that I'm having a bit of problem with, which is Legion and Signar. So we'll probably play two games. I'm going to try Vlad 3 against him today. I've got this feeling that Vlad 2, although he's great, I don't think he helps me against Signar at all. So Vlad 3 brings some different things to the game. I think his biggest advantage is wind wall, which, although on paper it doesn't seem like a massive advantage, the main reason that I usually lose the key models like the Ulans is actually from the storm wall. And unless Ayana and Holt is present in the list, you can pretty much be guaranteed staying safe with your Ulans until you unleash them, which is a big deal. But I think overall, Vlad 2 is better against Cricks. So I'm just trying to decide which of my lists I'm going to play against Cricks. And look, this Iron Gauntlet pairing system is just incredibly challenging because you're going to have two lists from completely different factions that potentially have, it's a straight up coin flip. So I'm just going to try and build a list to help answer my Signar problem with the P-Scar list, and then hope for the best, and hope that if I end up having to drop that Vlad 3 list, that I've at least got some game against whatever he goes against. And look, I've had some good success with him. I'm in the moment, I'm trying to decide if I go for Ragman in that list or if I go for Ragman in the Scar list, and I think at the moment I'm definitely leaning towards Ragman in the K-Door. This episode, I'm actually going to reveal those two lists in their entirety. In fact, you'll probably be looking at them on screen right now. So that's the current iteration of the lists as they stand. I'm expecting them to go through a few little adjustments from now until then, but probably not too many. It's getting to the stage now where lots of changes isn't going to bring any value to the list. It's just going to weaken your experiences. You need to, the way I play, and I think the way that a lot of people play at a top level, is all about intimately knowing what your list is capable of. And my Vlad list is a great list, but small changes will have a big effect on how the list plays. So I need to really focus and spend the next 6 weeks, which is all I've got left, playing that list until I really feel comfortable with what it's capable of, and understanding its threat ranges, and understanding when to advance and when to hold back. All those little decisions that you have to make off the hip. You need to have that game practice. It's like match fitness when you're playing rugby league, like Big Deno does. So you need to have a bit of match fitness with your list. So changing it actually disadvantages you, I think. So anyway, I'll see how Simon goes. Hopefully it gives me a bit of a challenge today. I tend to smash him quite regularly, so.
Okay, doing a voiceover on this program because some of the audio quality was a bit average. Here is the Good Games Brisbane venue. You can see the sign there leading into the stairs. I headed over and picked up Simon, and we together journeyed up this dank and dim corridor. It's exactly what you would expect out of a game store. It's a lot of stairs also. Just off to the right of that you would have seen the Foodworks too. They have some really good banana bread, only $3. I highly recommend. However, once you reach the top of these magnificent stairs, you are greeted with Good Games Brisbane, and you can see that it is not dank and grimy and dark and disgusting. It is in fact a bright and airy room filled with air conditioning and sunny goodness. It's a wonderful venue. So Simon and I are lined up to play. For the first game, we have Bethane versus Vlad 3. There's Gatorman, Carnivian, Scythian, Hex Hunters, the Pot, and the Black Frost Shard. Pretty, I would say, standard list, although I don't know how many Legion players play without a Ravagore. Deno has Outriders, the Dracoon, Markov, Drago, Ulans, and the original Pikeman, as well as Gorman and Ayana and Holt. Simon rushes forward, fairly standard, Ashen Veil on the Hex Hunters, Carnivore onto the Scythian. The scenario, as you can see, is outflank. My counter to that was advancing forward, Hand of Fate onto those Outriders there, Infernal Machine on Drago as well. So, fairly nicely poised at the moment. He was the first player. So, in his turn now, he didn't take too many aggressive strides. The Hex Hunters rush across the table and negate him and also get into the zone. If I do so, I should be able to sidestep off Drago into Belphegor and potentially kill him. However, I forget to feat, and so I can't sidestep, leaving Drago hung out to dry. You can see the rest of my turn is kind of built around that fact. I position the Ulans ready to counterattack whatever kills Drago, and the Dracoon tries to go up and kill the Pot, but is not successful. I left it with 2 wounds to go. The Pikemen did suffer an eruption of spines and were quite quickly removed down to half strength. Simon pushes forward, he easily kills Drago, he easily kills the Dracoon, but as you would expect, Belphegor and the Scythian are right where you would expect. So it's looking not too bad for me now. I charge him with the Hand of Fated Ulans, kill the Scythian and leave Belphegor on 1 wound. Over on the other side, the Pikemen are doing a pretty good job of keeping those Gators honest, and everything in the middle of the field is looking alright. So I'm not able to dominate there because Belphegor is still alive, but next turn I'm able to sweep across, kill pretty much everything, and Vlad can dominate that zone for 2 points, and then Simon has nothing to contest, so I dominate to win.
How's that? Oh, that's a fucking big close-up on my head. G'day, Simon. You look in here, Simon, not here, okay? So, because if you look there, the camera looks bad.
Okay.
Alright, so I just finished playing a game with Simon again. How'd you go, buddy?
Down in the screaming heat.
So Simon is a very competent player, but you have to understand, he's not anywhere near as good as me, so he's going to get beaten every time you see him on this video cast. Every time. He's never going to win. We're about to go upstairs and play another game now with P. Scar against E-Vale, and I'm probably going to smash him in that too, so don't get surprised by that. Tell me what you thought, Simon. Tell me what you thought about the game, mate.
About the game?
Anything.
Look, if you can roll 8s to hit, I hear that's good.
It's just
if you
fucking
can't,
terrible,
it's pretty
mate.
shit. Especially when there's potentially, let's just say I rolled a 6 on my scatters on Eruption of Spines, that's 5 dead cav. Yep.
Mate, it's not 5 dead cav, they've got 5 wounds each, and it's power 10. It's not 5 dead cav. It's 2 wounds to a cav if you roll 6.
And then it's boosted damage rolls.
You're an idiot, mate.
Power 10.
You're an idiot, mate.
5. Yeah, and I get 2 goes at that. I missed both of them on 8s, but yeah. And then that means you could kill the Pot and the Shepherd and the Shredder, and yeah. So it was, that was a big thing, but I felt like...
Do you reckon that list is better against Legion? See, that I'm not...
I do, but...
At Iron Gauntlet, I'm not going to play against Bethane. I can tell you that for a fact.
No.
So, I'm also probably not going to drop Kador against Legion.
No, look, I'd actually want to play that game with my P-Thags or E-Vale list. I think you'd have a much harder game trying to beat that. But at the same time, you absolutely smash me then. So,
Alright, we're going to go and play P-Scar now. See how we go.
Alrighty, so for this second game, we have Epic Vale versus P-Scar. You can see Simon has Hex Hunters and Bale in this list, 2 Angeliuses, Typhon, a Ravagore, the Pot, and a Harrier. My P-Scar list, as you would have seen earlier, has the Raiders and the Raider Captain, the Blood Witches, Darag, the Kraken, Soul Hunters, and a couple of Necrotechs. I rushed forward. You can see it's quite an oblique formation there with the Raiders and the Blood Witches all because of Simon's positioning of his beasts. He had to make it count this turn, and unfortunately for him, it wasn't his best. He killed all of the Blood Witches except for one who passed her command, and killed 2 raiders and left the Sea Witch alive. So, as you would imagine, that is not good times for Simon. For me, I did have to clear off these Hex Hunters here because they have magical attacks, and a free strike would potentially be a little bit painful. So, those Soul Hunters needed to come through. But in the end, it was a lot easier than I expected. Scar herself went up and killed an Angelius in 2 attacks. Go Scar. The Raiders killed off both Typhon and the other Angelius. The Soul Hunters cleared everything else out, and the Kraken moved forward into the zone. I scored 1 point, and Scar was sitting on armor 24 with Darag Wraith and Beyond Death just in front of her. She had taken 5 damage because I didn't heal very much from my Bloodworm attack, and the Necrosurgeon was a bit too far away. So, pretty dominant position for Deno there. Simon went for a long-range assassination. He moved the Ravagore forward to shoot me and did 0 damage and set me on fire. And then Eval moved forward over onto the hill. Irrespective of whether the fire went out or not, I was able to survive and then kill Vale.
How did you go in the game, mate?
Thoroughly smashed.
Pretty bad, wasn't
Very
it?
thorough.
I don't think you had any chance of winning that game at all.
No, but we did discuss this before the game.
It makes me really happy.
That it was a bad matchup for
It
him.
makes me really happy.
That's good. I'm glad.
Didn't you lose with P-Scar against Eval?
Yes, I did.
So it's not an unwinnable matchup.
No, not unwinnable at all. You just have to roll lots of 5s and 6s on double obliteration. Yep, true.
Thanks, Simon.
Thank you.